Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spurs Live. As you guys can see, we are joined obviously by my co-host as usual, Josh. How are you doing, my friend? How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Off the back of I'm excited to be on again after I thought it was a really good stream yesterday.
Yeah,
It was a lot of fun.
100%.
So,
I thought yesterday was good. I thought we had a lot of nice interaction with a couple of these lads, and yeah, I completely agree. Now, Josh, I mean, before we start, give us a little bit of an idea how you're feeling going to the game tomorrow. Oh, sorry, not tomorrow. It's on Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah. I'm in the sort of like mindset of like, do you know what? I've given the players and Ange a lot of like leeway in the last four
Yeah.
games. I know we've lost 4 in the bounce, but in each game, other than Newcastle, we probably weren't the favourites. And I've been like, do you know what? I don't really care. Like, I think our sort of position the table is set. And I don't think it's going to change now. I think Villa are too far gone. So I was just sort of like, show me something. Just try not to embarrass us too much.
100%.
This one's a bit different. Like, it's Burnley at home. I'm not cutting them the same slack. Get the job done this week. Like, we need the points. We are getting to a point now where it's if 5 on the bounce hasn't happened since I think pre the 70s. It's a record that we don't want to set.
It's something that, like, in terms of you'd see Ange football and you're like, well, this shouldn't really be happening. I mean, we're on top of the world at some point, and then we're literally just literally falling apart. But look, be up to Fancoys who's in the comment section. Hello, mate. Good to see you. Once again, I am gonna just remind everybody who's watching today, we are live. It's our like we're doing consecutive live streams every single day, and so yesterday actually, like Josh mentioned, we did a live stream and we talked about the tier list. Very, very interesting. Josh, what give them a little summary of the tier list, and what they would be looking out for when they go to that tier list.
Yeah, we did a little sort of end of season tier list of keep, sell, more time, loan, just for the current squad. So we talked about a lot of players, a lot of sort of controversial things like whether to keep or sell Werner.
Yeah.
Brennan Johnson's place in the squad, players like outskirt players like Bryan Hill, where they should be going, whether it's time for them to leave the club as well. And then we had a couple of nice debates as well about players that we're obviously going to keep, but whose form has been a bit up and down, like Sonny. We had a long chat about Romero, Van der Ven, Udogie's role. So it's a nice all-rounder video. So if you're on the commute back to work from lunch or whatever, or on your commute home later tonight, make sure to give it a watch. It's good listening.
100%. And once again, do subscribe to the channel and drop a like on this video. But look, let's get straight into it. Very quickly, big up to everyone who's in the comments. Spurs ladies have more of a chance this Sunday of winning than us this weekend. I mean, aren't the Spurs ladies are they in a final?
They are. They
Yeah.
have made it to the final, yeah.
Big up to them. Hope they win, huh?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, so at least someone's bringing home some silverware for once.
Exactly. This is the channel, obviously. Go drop a link. Click there free. Hello, big up to Ruben. Big up to Frank Coys. Big up to Sky Gazer. Dragusin to start a bit late for that. Ange is clueless for me. I'm sorry, but not a fan. I think that's the first talking point that I want to get on to today, Josh, and that is in regards to Ange. Now, where you in the point in the Ange debate? Are you more if we had a scale from 1 to 10, obviously 1 being Ange out, 10 being Ange in?
Oh,
Where
10.
would you
I'm
be?
all in. I'm all in. Like I'm sick of chopping and changing styles. Like if you listen to Ange's conference this week, he even says the club was finished in a lower position last year than we guaranteed to finish this year, but we were also on a decline. Right now we're back on the up. We've got a completely new set of players. Well, like a half a new set of players, but he's only had 2 windows to sort of change the squad around, and it's his first season. He's still figuring out who can play his way, who can't, who has the mentality to be at the club, who doesn't. It's a massive change in sort of culture across the whole club, not just on the pitch. The entire club's culture is changing back to a sort of way that I'm a lot happier with. The vibe around the club's completely changed. What's the point in chopping and changing again? I think you just undo all the good work and sort of the foundations that he has set. And ultimately, I know you've probably seen the stat about after his first, 30 games, 20, 25 games, something like that. He's got the most points out of him, Klopp and Arteta in the same period. So I think he's done well this season, and we're ahead of schedule. We just lost the best player in the world, which no one talks about, Harry Kane, because I do think he probably is the best player in the world right now. And we haven't noticed it too much, I would say. I'd say we'd still, we've had other players step up, and the system has stepped up in place. Whereas last year, the system was atrocious, and Kane was just bailing us out constantly. I'm all in on Ange. I don't want him going anywhere, and I think it'd be a massive mistake if he did.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, us as fans, I think we are going to have these moments where we're like, nah, mate, Ange, you got this wrong, and no, Ange, no. But then the majority of the times we will probably be supporting Ange in his decisions. Be up Demetrius, who's joined us today. Be up yourself. Hi, Josh. Which one is this to? Is this to Josh or is this to me? We've been laid again. We've been Levi'd again. Another puppet brings pretty football. Same transfer window with a non-star transfer policy. Another top 4 race again next season. The best defense in the world would struggle badly with that halfway line or high line. It's only his first season. Give him a choice to make a change. Give him a chance to make a change, maybe. Josh, now I know we always talk about this, but going into Burnley, let's just head over to Burnley for a second. For me, it's when it's another team where I think you were the first one who actually mentioned this to me, and I didn't actually think about this like this, but when those grounds we could just never win at. That's always so tough. They're always just tough to go to. They could be a lower league team. They could be a Stamford Bridge, but you know that there's these teams that you just really hard to beat. Burnley. I mean, it's gonna be a low block Burnley. It's gonna be a Burnley that we're gonna have to try break down. How do you see this game going? And obviously, score prediction we're gonna leave it to the end. But how do you see the game going?
I mean, Burnley are technically fighting for their lives, but are we on the same page that they're as good as down? Barring a miracle, which a win for them in this game probably would be a miracle. I can't see them taking anything away. Yeah, they're probably going to low block because I think Company is throughout the season sort of just had to adapt. But I think they just don't have the quality. It's really not a Premier League squad. Like I think they've got a lot of young players and they are preparing to come back up next year, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't think the plan for Burnley, I think if they could start this year, great, but I don't think it was it was crucial to them. I think they're happy to go back down, probably dominate the Championship again next year and come back up.
Yo-yo, no? The yo-yo team.
Yeah, and I just think we've probably got too much for them. They concede even more goals than we do. They concede 2.1 a game on average. I think they've conceded in. Let me have a look. I've got the stats here. Both teams have scored in their last 8 out of their 9 games. We've scored more than 2.5 goals in our last 8 games, and then 19 games without a clean sheet. So they ship goals. No matter how they play, they ship goals, and ultimately at home as well for us. We should be able to just demolish them quite comfortably. But will it be comfortable? Probably not. But
look, they've had some decent players. I mean, performing for them. Let's not get that wrong. I mean, you can obviously name the obvious ones. James Trafford has been quite decent for them. You've got Josh Cullen, who's been quite decent as well. Who's that keeper as well? They had another keeper who's actually been doing quite decent.
Muric,
yeah.
Championship keeper of the season last year. And they've got players like Lyle Foster, who's been good for them when available, but he hasn't always been fit. And
yeah,
they've just got a very young and experienced team.
And look, the whole debate about teams going up not having a financial not have the financial aspect to be a Premier League team is nonsense. I mean, I really think that I think a team like Burnley, if they do smart business, they can stay up. Look at Tottenham. We signed Pape Sarr. It was a smart business over signing a world-known midfielder. That's how I like to compare it. Now, look, Josh. By the way, guys, I haven't even said hello to Instagram and Twitter, so big up to Instagram people. Cole. Josh, recently, by the way, a lot of on Instagram, people have been comparing you to Cole Palmer.
That's actually that's disrespectful.
So I'll read out to you the comment here from Yael Fuchs 45. Oh my gosh, looks a lot like Cole Palmer. So mate.
Cole Palmer's one of the ugliest fuckers I've ever seen in my life as well. That's really helpful.
Don't go that far about Cole Palmer, mate.
Everyone calls him a mouth breather, Josh. What are you on about?
And shows no respect for their elite teams and leaves gapping holes in our defence with that foolish high line. He'll lose his players if he keeps that up because so many goals conceded is embarrassing. Okay, I'm going to start this comment, by the way, because let me just get to the other comments. That is a brilliant comment. Remember, we didn't even have Europe this season. We went out of the domestic cups early. Yeah, but it is, again, the beginning of, Ange era. Ange at any other elite Premier League club, cup would have sacked for conceding 58 goals. He needs to play Son on the left out forward line, all on 5-year contracts. We know Levy doesn't sell newly signed players to where it's the progress. There are marquee signings. Kane thought he was smart moving to an international team, but it was funny that he lost last night. Big up to A. Satar. Big up. Thank you so much for joining. Spurs will lose all games, and this will be the nail in Ange's coffin. Let's go back to this comment here, please. I mean, Josh. I was about to call you Ange there. Josh. Okay, it's fair to say that Sky doesn't like Ange. I mean, based on this, you can tell that he's getting frustrated with the amount of goals we've been conceded. Now, what are your thoughts on this comment here?
I don't think it's a lack of respect. I think it's a desire to play his own principles. I think he's said many times he's not going to change his own principles. And actually, it's shown against the bigger teams because we beat United 2-0. We did get the draw against Arsenal. We've drawn against City
Yeah.
away from home. It's not like it can't work. There's
Mhm.
been some unfortunate circumstances. We shouldn't have lost to Arsenal. Ultimately, that was set pieces again. Set pieces have undone us constantly against the bigger sides. We lost to City
Yeah.
in the cup from a set piece right at the end. I think we've shown this season it can work. It's just a work in progress.
Mhm.
But ultimately, people are going to get frustrated, and it's one of those where if you look back at Arteta's start with Arsenal, they were getting battered
Yeah.
constantly. And Klopp in his first season, he had some batterings, and people said, "Oh, the Gegenpress will never work in the Premier League. The players are constantly out of position. People will be able to undo it in the Premier League." It's just not true. You just have to wait and see. 2-3 years down the line, if it's still not working in terms of consistently, yeah, that's fine.
Then
Then
fair
you
enough.
can
Yeah.
start to criticize Ange's tactics and say, listen, you're stubborn, you haven't changed it. If you can't adapt, you go. But
Mhm.
ultimately, we're in year one. I don't know where people's impatience have come from to an extent. I understand people are frustrated, but ultimately, I don't understand how you can look at the first half of the season, which we then got riddled through injuries and suspensions. We haven't been
Yeah.
the same team since. We haven't been able to put the same starting 11 out since, hardly. I don't
Mhm.
understand how you can think that there aren't you've got to look at the wider context in the situation and just have a little bit of patience because I can't be bothered to go on the sacking merry-go-round that Chelsea are going on now, that United have been on. It's pointless.
100%. 100%. I mean, look, it's basically what you're saying. I'm just gonna say that I feel like there's basically what you said. There's no point of changing anyone right now. We got to stick with Ange. Why does other teams, just because we are a top 16, doesn't mean if things don't go right, we straight away sack. Um, all right, we're gonna have to go through some of who Josh looks like a little bit here. So we have he looks like ex Blackburn and Celtic striker Chris Sutton or Sutton. What?
Sutton.
Sutton. Okay, deluded Ange will be sacked in the summer. Wow.
I think
Um,
Ange would genuinely have to lose our next two games like 15-0 to get sacked. There is
yeah,
no chance that he's getting sacked.
I
I
think
don't know if you saw
Levy's.
the reports yesterday
Yeah.
that Spurs are going to back him,
hmm
and they are
I
because
think Levy's
what?
just gonna back him till the end. I
Yeah,
genuinely think that, and it's fair enough. It's fair enough.
it's about
Um,
time.
he looks like a bit like Havertz, German goal machine.
I get that a lot. I get that a lot.
Wait, okay, quick question. If you had to go for I've seen this on TikTok recently. A football copy. You know the football copy or who you look like as a football player. Who would you say? Who would you say you look like?
The one I do get the most is Havertz. I get that all the time.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, it's not too bad. I can think of people who look like John McGinn. That's pretty bad, isn't it? Let's be honest. That's pretty
To
bad.
be honest, I know you go on about him all the time, but you do look a bit like Manor Solomon.
Do I?
You do. If you had
Oh.
a comb over, I know the hairline's on the way up, but if you
The
managed to keep hold of it,
hairline's a little bit. Ignore the hairline there, but yeah. Um, a sheep shearer clueless. I don't know if he's referring to you or he's referring to Ange.
probably me. Like,
um,
it swings and
yeah,
roundabouts because some people think I'm the oracle on it, but other people. That's the whole thing, though. It's all football is the most subjective sport out there. No
yeah,
one's ever going to agree properly
hmm
on who should be in charge, what players should be in. That's the great thing about football. Everyone has a vision.
yeah,
But that's what's great about Spurs right now is that it seems like the club, the players, and the manager all have an aligned vision, and that's what's most important to me
hundred
because I
percent.
don't feel like we've
Yeah.
had that for the past 3 years.
Do you think though that again? Sorry to go back to the Ange this Ange that. By the way, guys, we are doing a live stream today of just a panel. Hopefully next time we will get guests in. But for now we're gonna keep it as a panel. So Demetrius, don't worry, we'll get you in for the guest panel next week. I think we'll do it. I'm sorry to go back to the whole Ange negativity. But do you think that I don't know if I asked you this? Do you think Ange has the dressing room? Do you think he has?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think
Okay.
he's got the dressing room more than any manager, part out of Mourinho, Nuno. I reckon he's got the manager more than anyone else has ever had the dressing room since Poch.
Yeah,
You know,
brilliant,
and you can
brilliant.
tell the
Yeah.
players adore him. Like every single interview they do, they can't speak enough about him. Whereas under Conte, how often did the players ever actually speak about the manager? Ever.
Yeah.
Never. Anything they could do to avoid it, they would. But now
Hmm.
they can't sing his praises enough about how much of a great, not just coach he is, how much of a great man he is, which is
Hmm.
important to me as well, that we've got someone representing our club like Ange and his principles and who he is as a person. That's just as important as, his football for me.
100%, 100%. Big up to Mamoru. I've never seen you in the channel, so big up yourself. Make sure to subscribe, completely free. And big up, he's watching from Japan. Interesting, very interesting. Maybe we need to create a Japanese channel now. Josh, let's sit off a bit from these comments now. We will get back to all of you guys. I know where we are, so we will get back to you. Now going to Burnley, we have mentioned a couple here of players that we do need to look out for. I want to talk a little bit about ourselves because it's gonna be. We all know what Burnley is gonna. We can expect what Burnley are gonna do. Let's talk about ourselves. How do Tottenham break down this Burnley side? Do we again bench Madders? Do we Do we start Madders? And if we do start Madders, will Madders be able to, like progress the ball in a way?
You've got to start him because we've looked so flat without him. I know he hasn't played great when he has played recently, but he's been so flat. And I don't
Yeah.
think that Benson Corsar, Hojberg 3 that he played last time works. I don't think it works. He won't play Lo Celso, so I'm not even going to think about that because he won't do it. But ultimately, I think you have to play James Maddison in a game like this. He had a great performance in this game in the reverse fixture. And I think it's one of those where it's probably a good game for him to rediscover some form. Probably a great game for the team to bounce back and discover some form against the Burnley team that, they couldn't keep anyone out if they tried. So, put him back in, give him that free roll, stop making him drop so deep. It's on Biss. It's on Biss or Bentancur, who's ever at the base, to actually progress the ball to the front. Because we haven't done it well enough. We haven't progressed the ball to Maddison in the right areas. He always has to drop deep to pick it up recently. And it just kills him because he can never get back in the right positions quick enough. So,
What do you think about my theory, though? I mean, you've heard me say this again. What do you think about my theory in terms of the fullbacks are too much of an attacking player? Do you agree or do you disagree?
No, I agree because of our personnel. So
Okay.
if we had an actually adequate defensive midfielder that could clean up and cover properly, that would be fine for both the fullbacks to go up and invert in as eights that Udogie and Porro have done all season.
Mm-hmm.
But when you've got Bissouma, who just lets the game pass him by constantly and just leaves Romero and Van der Ven on their own consistently, if we had a DM that would drop in between the two, so Van der Ven and Romero could push out wide a little bit more and give us a bit
Yeah.
more width when we're on the count, like being countered, that would be fine. But we don't. So we're just getting absolutely torched at the minute because there's just no cover through the middle. And so Van der Ven and Romero are dealing with everything.
100%, 100%. Look, I mean, big up to Early Doors Football TV. Afternoon, gents. Hope you're both well and enjoying the sunshine. Big up to you, mate. Big up to you. Always enjoying it. Afternoon, all the chat. Look, looks like the players we're selling are Hill, Royale, Hojberg, Lo Celso, Sessegnon, Rodon, Tanganga, and Rodon. Check out our latest video and you'll see who we think we're selling. Ange, out of his depth in the Premiership, he was successful with Celtic due to lack of competition north of the border, with greatest respect for Celtic and its fans. Dragusin will be in a dirt. Big up to Dragusin who's joined us today. Hopefully you're doing well. Always in the chat. So Josh, I mean, this is something that Matt, I'm pretty sure, has brought this up multiple times, and it's Romero. I'm pretty sure it was Matt who said, should we maybe try Romero in that CDM spot? I don't know if it was you or Matt who said that. I don't. Maybe one of you.
Matt that wanted him.
Yeah. But what do you think of that? I mean, I'm 100% no for that because I think
I mean, no,
yeah.
no, you can't move him out of centre half. And I think him and Van der Ven are building a real partnership, despite the goals. But we've spoke about that actually yesterday, why the goals are coming. It's from the wide areas, it's from the set pieces, which is both of their responsibility, by the way. They do need to work on it individually. It is on Ange and the coaches, Mars Jednak, to sort it out. But ultimately, they need to take a bit more responsibility because they look like lost puppies in the box at times. But I think I get why Matt's saying that because his pressing is unbelievable and he's just an animal box to box for a centre half, Romero, and he's got good progressive pass numbers. He's got a good range of passing. He can carry the ball, but he can't really turn it on. He can't take it on a half turn, can he? Like realistically, and he's not going to be able to get out of every situation when someone presses him in the middle of the park. He's much better with everything in front of him. It's completely different going from centre half when the game's in front of you to DM where the game's all around you constantly. It's completely different. But I get why Matt's saying it because he has some characteristics, but no, I don't think it works.
No, like you can go from CDM to centre back. I believe at least you can go from that position to a centre back. But I feel like from centre back to CDM, it's a bigger step than most people actually think it is. Can we go to starting 11, Josh? Can we go to starting 11?
Yeah, I've got like 5 minutes until I need to go.
No problem. So you just message when you need to go. It's all good. Just give me your lineup prediction and then score prediction. So
cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, Vic.
Okay.
In net.
I'm just putting this comment down here just to see what you say.
He can't start Royale again. He can't. So I'm going to go with Porro, Romero, Dragusin, and Van der Ven.
Okay.
Because I just really want it to have either case.
Is this is this predictable? Is this your prediction or is this your preferred?
I think it's predicted. I think if he does play Emerson again, that's just stupidity on Ange's part because that's 3-4 games in a row where he's let us down and he's still consistently grabbed his place. So I think he does have to be dropped. And then I'm probably going to go with, I think he's just lost confidence in Biss. So I think he's probably going to go Bentancur, Sarr, and Madders.
Bentancur, Sarr, and Madders. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then, because the thing is injured. So if Richarlison's fit to start, off the back of scoring twice, he's probably going to have to go Son left wing, Richarlison. And I want to say Kulusevski, because I think Johnson's one of those that would probably come off the bench and he would do quite well in that sort of game once Burnley are a bit more tired, a bit more stretched.
Yeah.
Especially if we're already up and they have to leave some space in behind.
Yeah.
So I'll go with Kulu on the right. But I think if he starts Emerson Royale at left back again, I know it's Burnley and he shouldn't be exposed the same way, but I don't think he's quite frankly warranted any position in the matchday squad, let alone start in 11 again. When Van der Ven can play left back, the amount of people that say he can play left back. Mickey Van der Ven could easily play that left back role better than Emerson Royale can play it.
100%. I'm not saying I'm the ones who say that. I think I prefer Dragusin player, but Van der Ven can 100% play there. There's no doubt about that. He's got the speed. He may not inverted, but definitely left back he can play. Final question, Josh. So, what is your score prediction?
I don't trust us to not concede, sadly, but I'm going to go 3-1. I was thinking 4-1 maybe, but I'm going to go 3-1. I do think we will get it done this week. Despite the form, I do think we'll finally get it done. Because I don't think the players are feeling the pressure of sort of Newcastle and United breathing down the necks, but we're not really United, but Newcastle more than anyone else. Newcastle and Chelsea, really. Chelsea are on the late charge, but I don't think they'll feel that pressure, but I think we'll get it done this weekend. And to be honest, I just want the season to be over now. I'm sure all the players do. I think it's... There's been a lot of talk in the club, isn't there, about the transfer window. I think the club are pretty resigned to 5th and, we go again next year with, hopefully, a few new players.
100%. Well, Josh, look, we're going to continue here, but Josh, amazing. Good to have you here as my co-host, as usual. We'll see you later, yeah, Josh?
See you guys later.
Have a good one. Cheers. Bye-bye. Brilliant. Good to have Josh here on the stream. Obviously, he's always Mr. Consistent. He's always on here, always chatting. But lads, obviously you got myself, Josh here. We're going to continue here. Let's continue with a couple of these comments because I am really slacking on today's comments. So sorry about that. By the way, who we got on Instagram? Big up to everyone who's on Instagram. Big up to everyone who's joined us. Head over to YouTube. Who are on Instagram, head over to YouTube. That's all where all the conversations are happening. That's where everything's happening. Head over to YouTube. Twitter people or X people, big up to you lot as well. Head over to YouTube as well, so you can also get involved with the comment section and big up to yourself. So Keep subscribing to the channel. How many subs are we on? We're one away from 1.62k. So, guys, one subscriber away, and bang, we're absolutely smashing it lately. We've gained 50 subscribers in the last 28 days. So you guys are absolutely smashing it. Let's run through these comments. So let's go for it. Ange faults so many. How could anyone support him, mate? It's beginning of Ange. We need to let him run with it, I think. And with Dragusin putting forward transfer request, his career is being put on hold at Spurs, and he's too good to be on the bench. Completely agree, but I think it's a bit too late, a bit too early to put him on a transfer request. I think he will get a game time at Tottenham. Give him time. Sorry, I'm gonna go run through. Once I get to the more bottom, I'll take more genuine replies. We need a taller border defense to replace Porro if we're to be serious. I think Porro has been decent. I think Porro has been fine. I don't really think we need a necessary a substitution for him. All players lost form under Ange. Nah, that's very negative, mate. I don't think all players have. Royale's actually a very decent right back. He's not a left back. The abuse he's getting is way out of order. He's actually a better defensive than Porro. I think Emerson Royale is the worst player at Tottenham Hotspur. I don't rate him at all. How we got scammed by Barcelona to pay that amount of money for Emerson Royale. Like I always say this, he can barely play right back, let alone left back. And 100% would rather have Porro at my right back. If Ange was less stubborn, he'd try and back three of Dragusin, Romero, and Van der Ven with two wing backs. Why didn't Reguilon play on the left? Is he still at Man U? No. Reguilon is at Brentford right now. He is up at that left back spot. So yeah, and also I wouldn't mind seeing three at the back. It would mean that our fullbacks are even more inverted, but I'd be down for that. I don't understand if Reguilon at the club and you want to sell him, then pay him if you're putting him in the shop window. Didn't really understand that. Sorry, mate. Havertz and Palmer clone low, a lethal combination. Oh, mate. I'll tell you what, Sky Gazer's on a proper roll today. Big up to yourself. Big up to Leo here from the Mile High Hotspur. Big up, geez. Have a wonderful day, my homie. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And yeah, guys, go check out the Mile High Hotspur. I mean, he's posting out content like bangers. I mean, I'm not going to spoil much, but he went to North London all the way from Denver. And let's just say he met a couple of these Tottenham Hotspur players and they had something to say for Mr. Leo. I liked also the nice gathering he had at Ellie's house, so big up to Leo. You know, maybe when I come, I can maybe get involved with that. Big up to Sky Gazer. Roy has made more defensive tackles than Porro. You're going way too far. It doesn't matter though. I don't rate Emerson. I don't rate Emerson. I think he's a real low Premier League player. Big up Leo, the Mile High Hotspur, says Early Door Football TV. Big up to yourself, the Mile High Hotspur, giving back some love. Lads, what are we saying in the comments here on Instagram? Let's see. All right, so you heard Josh's prediction in terms of lineup prediction. Personally, for me, I really do hope Dragusin gets a start at the left back spot. I really do hope that. I think he's a cool player and can be such an influential player in this Ange Postecoglou team if we really do give him the right time, I really do think that. But again, who knows? Who knows if that will happen? Making for me, Vicario in goal, Porro right back, centre backs of Romero and Van der Ven, left back Dragusin, CDM Bentancur with a centre midfield of let's go Pape Sarr Madders and then Kulu Son, and it's the exact same thing as Josh, just I have a left back of Dragusin. Royale's not a wing back, he's a right full back and would fare better playing in a league like Italy, in my opinion. Yeah, you know what, yeah, I can see that. It's more Italy though. Their defenders are defensive, let's just say that. They're very defensive in terms of their fullbacks are very defensive. They don't have a great attacking ability. I mean, yeah, individuals do, but the majority of them have a very solid defensive. Same thing you can go on La Liga. The La Liga players in general, they're technically unbelievable. Their fullbacks are technically really good. I'm not saying that Premier League or Serie A or League One or Bundesliga aren't technically good. I'm saying La Liga, they're known for their technical standards. Premier League, they're known for genuine just hunger for the ball. The fullbacks are known for the aggressive side. They're known for it. They know their overlap so well. They know their cut-ins so well. They know it. They know how to do it. That's the English fullbacks. Big up Pork and Beer. Hopefully you're doing well. Leo's in the chat. Yes, he is. So lads, let me know your score predictions down. Get in the score predictions now, lads. Big up to the lads who just subscribed. We have 1.62k. We're on 1,620 subscribers. Thank you all so much. Big up Josh. Thank you, Talking Beer. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hopefully I got to every single comment here today. And yeah, lads, if you do want to subscribe, I will put the link pinned on the thingy. Let's put my link straight up there. What's people saying? What's people saying? Come on, keep the chat coming. Keep the chat coming. There we go. Big up to everyone. Matthias Duhelum going to win 4-1. Okay, I like that. 3-2 to Tottenham, says Talking Beer. Love that. Sky Gator says 5-1 to Spurs. Burnley are on holiday since the start of the season. Wayne Bonner says 9-7 Spurs. What? You know what? I'm gonna give you 50 quid if that actually happens. If that happens, 9-7. Oh my gosh. That is unbelievable score prediction. Look, guys, I think it's gonna be a whopper of a game. I think it's gonna be goals. Injuries. In regards to injuries, not much is there. Obviously the obvious ones are out. But again, one of the most important things is to remember the players that we got to watch out for. The players that have been actually quite decent this season for Burnley are Udogie, I think his name was, that Josh said, Colin that Josh said, Trafford, he's been amazing. Brownwell has been decent. Bayer has been decent. I mean, they've all just been bang average. Burge has been decent. I think that's how you pronounce it. And then Odo or something like that. Their forward have been half decent. Put them all down at the vets and tell the fans they've got to live at a farm where they be happy. Big up to Paul. Big up, Paul. Hopefully you're doing well, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. It'll either be a dull draw or an absolute goal feast. I can see a goal. I can see it being a 4-1. I'm gonna go with a 4-1. I think Tottenham are gonna get 4 goals. I'm gonna go with a I think their striker or something is going to get a goal. I don't remember what his name was. I think Sonny's going to get 2 goals. Madders, I'm hoping Madders gets a goal, and I think Johnson's going to get a goal off the bench. Let's be honest. But lads, how much have we been missing Timo Werner in the past 2 games? I really do think we've been missing him. I really do. The pace he brings to his team is uncomparable. Yeah, I think that's a word. Going into Burnley with their deep line, I mean, the way they will be playing, they'll be playing with such a deep line that I think we'll almost have to change the way we're playing in a way. I'm not even going to watch the game. The season's over for me with a wow. Mate, what's happened, bro? What's happened? Why are you so negative? Come on, mate. Come on, bro. Big up to everyone who's watching on YouTube, everyone who's been supporting on YouTube. We are absolutely smashing it lately on YouTube, so smashing it. Well done. Werner's the worst thing I've ever seen. Mate, why are you so negative, my G? Why are you so negative? Werner, Kulu, and Johnson are trash. I think Kulu just is being too predictable for time, for way too long. I just want to see there. Yeah, so Burnley have basically conceded 74 goals this season. They've scored 39 goals. I'm trying to see where can I see their minutes per game. They've got 7 red cards this season, and look, they are sitting 19th in the league. 2 draws, 2 losses, and 1 win in their last 5 games, which is to say the least. Guys who wants to join, we're going to put in the link here very quickly for now. We're going to get a couple callers on before we end it. A couple questions in from fans, and then we're going to... I don't know. Olise and Eze would transform more forward line with Ivan Toney as our striker. Wow. Of course, mate. Of course. Are you mad? Olise and Eze. Whoa. I mean, that would be unbelievable. Guys, go click here if you guys do want to join the stream. We're gonna add people one by one to have their say for the game. We're gonna ask a couple questions, and then yeah, big to everyone who's watching so far. What we got? I don't know. I'm very confident for the game. I really am. It's Burnley. I think this is going to be the one that we win. Like, for out of everyone that we win, it's going to be this game. It is going to be this game. We should have our new microphone next live stream. We should potentially, but who knows? Who knows if it will arrive then? And we should have a couple of other little gifts by next live stream. Guys, keep on smashing the like button. Keep on smashing the like button. To help out the channel a little bit. Big up Yell, big up KB, big up Jacob, big up all the lads who are in the chat on Instagram. Once again, if you do fancy coming along, click the link down below and you'll be automatically added on the stream by myself. Keep on subscribing to the channel. Keep the comments coming. Let me see if I missed out on any other comments that we had earlier. Again, by the way, lads, I really think Royale is our worst player. I really do think that. I think he's awful. Like, there's nothing more for me to say. I think he doesn't add anything in Tottenham. And if Ange Postecoglou wants to move on, and we can see that he's learned something in the past couple of games, it's don't start Emerson. Do not start Emerson, otherwise he's going to absolutely screw it for us. But yeah, look, we're going to give it a couple minutes to see if anyone wants to jump on. If not, we're going to end it there. We're going to end it there in there. Let's see what's happening very quickly. Bang. All right, lads. Look, we're gonna end it here. Big live stream today. Thank you all so much for joining. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video. Royale defends Will on the right. He's nowhere near our worst player. Werner and Johnson are trash footballers. Comment down below who you think the worst footballer at Tottenham Hotspur is, and we will see you guys in the next live stream. Bye. Have a good one, and come on, you Spurs. Come on. Bye.